What if you're perfectly average, but it still doesn't feel like enough? Maybe you're around 5.2 inches, exactly where the scientific average sits, yet something inside tells you you're lacking. You avoid certain situations, hide in the locker room, or worry your partner will judge you. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And today, I want to show you why this fear has nothing to do with the numbers on a ruler. I'm Dr. James Carter, board-certified urologist, and on this channel, we help men over 45 understand their bodies with science, dignity, and honesty. Today, we're asking a simple but emotional question. If average penis size is 5.2 inches, why do so many men feel it's not enough? And, more importantly, what can you do to feel confident again? Myth: if I'm average, I'm inadequate. Truth: feeling small rarely comes from your actual size, it comes from comparison. Let's start with the facts. A major scientific meta-analysis of more than 15,000 men found the average erect penis length to be 13.12 centimeters, or 5.2 inches. And the normal range is wide, 4.5 to 5.8. Statistically, most men on the planet fall comfortably into this zone. That means if you're anywhere in that range, your penis isn't just okay. It is healthy, functional, and exactly what nature intended. But numbers alone don't silence the emotional noise that many men carry. You may still hear that inner voice whispering, "You're not enough. Other guys must be bigger. Your partner probably expects more." These thoughts don't come from your biology. They don't come from your testosterone, your genetics, or your age. They come from culture, from the pressure to compare, from years of subtle messaging about what a real man should look like. Over time, those messages create an internal operating system, one you never asked for, that rewires penis size into self-worth. This mental program turns a normal, functional organ into a ruler for measuring masculinity. And here's where the trap tightens. The moment you hand that ruler to the world eagerly uses it. We internalize other people's opinions, online exaggerations, and unrealistic expectations until we start believing something is wrong with us, even when the science says otherwise. Let me give you a simple but powerful perspective shift. Imagine, just for a moment, that the global average penis size was 7 inches. Most men would hear that and think, great, that's where I want to be. It sounds like an upgrade, a dream scenario, the kind of number that would finally let you relax. But here's the reality. Even if the entire world suddenly averaged 7 inches, nothing would change psychologically. You wouldn't walk around proudly announcing it. You wouldn't suddenly feel superior. Why? Because 7 inches would instantly become the new normal. It would stop being impressive. And within days, maybe even minutes, your brain would find someone bigger to compare itself to. That's how comparison works. It's a bottomless pit, a psychological treadmill where the finish line keeps moving forward. No matter what the number is, the mind finds a way to shift the goalpost just a little farther out. Maybe I'm fine, but that guy has more. And so the cycle repeats. In my 25 years as a urologist, I've watched this pattern play out in every age group and every size category. I've seen men with 4.8 inches struggle deeply with insecurity, and men with 7 inches struggled just as much. Their measurements were different, but their worries were identical. Because at the end of the day, confidence has never come from inches. It comes from ownership, knowing your body, accepting it, and refusing to let comparison dictate your worth. Now let's talk directly to the group that needs this message the most: men over 45. This is the stage of life where your body begins to change in subtle but powerful ways. And many of these changes show up first in your erections and in the way your penis looks or feels. Around this age, testosterone naturally declines, about 1% every year. You may not notice it right away, but the effects add up over time. Testosterone isn't just a sex hormone, it helps maintain the smooth muscle inside the erectile tissue, the elastic fibers that allow the penis to expand, and the blood vessel responsiveness that makes firm erections possible. When levels dip, the tissue becomes less responsive. And on top of that, erections become less firm. This isn't a failure, it's physiology. The blood vessels that supply the penis begin to stiffen with age, just like the arteries in your heart and legs. That alone can make the penis appear shorter or softer, even if the actual size hasn't changed at all. Meanwhile, the pelvic floor muscles weaken, especially if you sit for long periods, carry extra abdominal weight, or don't engage in targeted exercise. Those muscles are your body's natural support system for rigid, long-lasting erections. And then there's blood flow, the most important part of penis health. With age, circulation decreases, making it harder for the penis to fully expand. Put all of this together, and it's easy to understand why many men in their late 40s, 50s, and 60s suddenly feel below average. But the real issue usually isn't your size. It's the plumbing system feeding the organ, circulation, muscle tone, and tissue health. Most men don't actually want a bigger penis. What they really want is the emotion they believe comes with a bigger penis, the sense of confidence, desirability, masculinity, and control. In their minds, a bigger number on the ruler becomes a shortcut to feeling powerful again, especially for men over 45 who are already navigating changes in energy, hormones, relationships, and identity. But here's the truth most men never hear. That feeling doesn't suddenly arrive at 6 inches, or 7, or 8. If confidence truly came from size, every man above average would walk through life with unshakable certainty. Yet that's simply not what happens in the real world. In 25 years of practice, I've treated men with significantly larger than average penises, men with 6.5, 7, even 8 inches, who still felt insecure, still questioned themselves, and still feared judgment. Some were anxious in relationships, some avoided intimacy, some were lonely despite having what others would consider an ideal size. Their stories show us something important. The issue isn't in the body, it's in the meaning the mind attaches to the body. If your self-worth is tied to comparison, no measurement will ever be enough. Someone will always seem bigger, stronger, luckier. The target keeps moving. But when you stop comparing, something shifts. The suffering begins to fade. Your body stops feeling like a test you are failing. You stop living by numbers and start living by truth. The truth that your value as a man has never been measured in inches. Let's ground this discussion in science, especially the science that matters most for men over 45. 1. Testosterone decline affects penis health. Multiple studies, including research from Harvard and leading urology journals, show that testosterone does far more than influence libido. It helps maintain the smooth muscle inside the erectile tissue, the elastic fibers that allow the penis to expand, and the blood vessel responsiveness that makes firm erections possible.
When testosterone drops, which it naturally does with age, the erectile tissue becomes less efficient. Erections may be softer, shorter lasting, or harder to achieve. This can make the penis look and feel smaller, even when the actual anatomical length hasn't changed at all. The issue isn't the size, it's the underlying tissue maintenance system slowing down. Number 2, global averages are stable and consistent. Large-scale data tells a very different story from what you see online. Across more than 15,000 clinically measured men worldwide, the true average sits consistently around 5.2 inches, not the inflated numbers often repeated on social media. The outliers, the exceptionally large sizes, are exactly that, outliers. They're not the norm, and they're not the standard men should measure themselves against. Here's what you can start doing today to feel and function better without chasing inches, without gimmicks, and without falling for quick fix promises. These are practical, science-backed habits that support penis health, hormone balance, and confidence as you age. Tip 1. Improve blood flow. Healthy circulation is the foundation of strong and reliable erections. The penis is a vascular organ, which means its performance depends almost entirely on how well blood moves through the arteries. Simple shifts can make a major difference. Walk 30 minutes daily. This boosts heart health and nitric oxide levels. Add weight training 2 to 3 times a week. Muscle increases metabolic health and improves vascular function. Eat nitrate-rich foods like beets, spinach, and arugula, which naturally enhance blood vessel dilation. Better blood flow means a firmer appearance, more responsiveness, and improved confidence. Tip 2. Support testosterone naturally. You don't need extreme solutions to support testosterone. Your body responds best to consistency. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Poor sleep harms hormone production. Lose visceral belly fat, which lowers testosterone by increasing estrogen conversion. Reduce alcohol, especially evening drinking. Manage stress with slow breathing, short walks, or brief breaks throughout the day. These small habits help maintain hormone balance, which supports both erections and overall vitality. Tip 3. Strengthen your pelvic floor. Kegel-style exercises aren't just for women. They're essential for men over 45. They improve rigidity, enhance control, and build quiet confidence. Aim for 3 sets of 10 contractions once or twice a day. It takes less than 2 minutes and pays off significantly. You deserve to feel strong, confident, and capable, not because of a number, but because you're a whole man with value far beyond your anatomy. If you're somewhere around 5.2 inches, you are exactly where nature intended you to be. What matters now is how you take care of your health, your mindset, and your body as you age. If this video helped you see yourself differently, subscribe and explore my next video about how testosterone affects penis size and performance in men over 45.